the further side. So Omega Nemesis there have kind of got the enemy team's build pretty much had to be locked down here because there
Enemy
needs to be
minions will
some sort of
arrive in 5
anti-heal on the
seconds.
side of C, because not only do you have the likes of Lamb with the fantastic HP regen, you have Lee Shin as well. So again, two great heroes played by two great players, shown from last match or last game, sorry. But again, just to revisit the Hu Yi's ultimate, the only person you don't really would want to be hitting is that Durenji, because I mean, if you get hit by it, cleanse it with skill 2, baby. That's it. It's pretty much negated the whole flash of Hu Yi's ultimate. But again, we are getting that mid lane, early game, trading blows. It's just pretty much signature to HOK.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Agreed. Oh, okay. Looks like it's yeah. I'm not too surprised if they're like this in the early game. I mean, they were very calm and collected way back game number one. Could do the same for game number two. And well, there is a Dahlia with the ode. They have that push back right on cue. Cyber was able to pop in with that ode. But of course, Hino won't just let that one go. But with that, looks like Omega Nemesis, they decided to just back away. Or for Lamb, he decided to just swim away.
With away, indeed. I think that's probably for the best here. Catching out, maybe not even suspecting Pegasus in that brush. Could this be... Oh, no, it's not going to quite be there because the range on Hu Yi's ability there just did not quite land onto Cyber A. And luckily for the side of 7C, they don't want to be victim to another first blood. They want to serve up that first blood to the side of Omega Nemesis to let them know they are not down yet. They are ready to take a round from Omega Nemesis. But again, I just want to visit the high new pick. We see it more so in Brazil than we do in global, but when we do see it in the Brazilian region, we generally see it played in the jungle and built like a tank. VKS Danny played it very well in the last week's Chalk VR 2024, which I was really shocked by. I was like, yo, build tank, Hainu, amazing, and played it very well. So again, I'm looking for players that pick up on that knowledge of the Brazilian scene, because as we know, other than China scene, that's the scene that has the most knowledge, has the most skilled players. Yet obviously it's only time will tell that global will replicate those kind of picks, those kind of mishmash of the builds, or like building a mage with tank. You don't normally see it.
Exactly. But you know, if it works, you might as well try it. And I think Hino is all about that poke and, you know, jump in and out. I mentioned this leap of fate as well as fate rewind is all about being able to push and maybe sustain, you know, your team, just jump in and out of fights like that. Maybe we might see it here in the global pretty soon. But what we are seeing right now is no one is dying just yet. Really, really similar to what we saw in game number one. But that was the ode being popped in by Dahlia, by Cyber A. But now it looks like they are making their way into the mid lane. They do have their eyes set on Princess Frost, on Pegasus, but MZK again with the save, being the good roamer that he is.
Absolutely. The support plays on MZK is really showing just respect to the support role, to be honest, as he's there. He's not just sticking down in the farm lane where we saw a lot. That was basically the go-to of Season 1 Invitational, was everybody just stay down in the bot lane. Everyone just stay in your lane. Maybe support will come in to help in the mid lane. But again, Ray maybe getting caught out here, being pushed back by the Lamb. I don't think Noli's going to be able to make it up in there in time to proc that second ultimate for Kaiser, but still manages to slip away with the help of Hino.
Yeah, Scepter of Fate definitely helped him a lot here. But for now, looks like they just have their eyes set on the objectives. You know, this Lamb, very, very sneaky. All of those plays. I do remember seeing a game, I think, way back in the PH region. Multiple times, Lamb would target Dahlia just so she won't be able to use her ultimate. And I think we might see those later on. Ode again being popped. MZK does get spotted out, but that will be the ultimate coming in. Burning Sun Arrow does connect, but with that, the objective has been stolen, and another kill will get stolen as well. First blood going over to Zhang Fei, but now they want more. They smell blood, they get more blood. That's when the kill going over to Lamb. Heido gets bursted down, but Ray on this Kaiser trying to get away, but still the kill going over to Omega Nemesis. 3-0 now, 5 minutes in, and maybe one turret.
I mean, Omega Nemesis set the expectation in game 1, and they are still fulfilling that same expectation in game 2. Currently up with 3 kills against 0. 7C's backs against the wall. They really need to fix this early game. I mean, we're no longer in the early game. This is now trekking towards your mid game within HOK, but still the same detriment. Again, the same MO from ON is that mid lane turret goes down first, and then obviously farm lane, it falls victim as well. So again, opening up so much vision for your enemy jungle. And when you have Lamb on your team, having that mid lane turret gun just means you are open up to a lot more farm, a lot more gank potentials. It's pretty much endless. The possibilities are endless here for 919 on the side of Omega Nemesis.
Agreed, agreed. You know, I'm starting to realize this. They love their first mid lane turret takedowns. Like, it's something which we even saw in game number 1. But right after that, they rotated over to the Clash lane to get one more turret. MZK gets spotted out, is actually in the middle of 3 heroes, but he does not care. Looks like 919 does have his eyes set on Ray. That's him the kill going over to Pegasus. But with now, that will be Winter is here. Dahlia does keep her down as well. You have Lamb coming in with Empty and Execution. You have Princess Frost's actually passive connecting. That was a 4-0 in favor of Omega Nemesis. And with that, looks like they will push in further to the mid lane. Hoon on the Charlotte, the only one left alive.
Yeah, I don't think a single Charlotte against a Princess Frost, a Zhongfei, a Hu Yi, and a very close by neighbor Lamb is going to stop that second tier turret falling in the mid lane. But just revisiting back to that 4-0 bang on the side of Omega Nemesis, you saw the potential of that Kaiser. If Dolia was there, if Dolia was able to keep herself alive and proc the second ultimate, the sustain from the Kaiser was just insane. He was being attacked from 7 different angles, it seemed, the poor guy.
Exactly.
But still manages to survive. So for so long, and that's the potential of that great hero, Kaiser. But speaking of potential here, are we going to see potential kill for the side of 7C? No, we see a double kill from 919. He is not done yet. He is just cleaning up that minion wave. Dolia is on the run. Is she going to escape? Probably not. Between the beast and the shark, she may fall here as well.
Man, that was such close moment for the side of 7C. But you know, with Omega Nemesis, they have so much poke, they have so much damage, they even have so much control that right now, under 10 minutes, they managed to clear out all of the turret in the mid lane. But that's going to be another fight initiated yet again. Now you have the kill going over finally to 7C, but looks like Ho Yi on Tom was able to pick one up for himself. Now right at the front line, MDK trying his best to protect the teammates. Leaping Savior will be there to be the savior for his team. Looks like they will have to go back to the drawing board. But before that, let's take a buff.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got the whole playing field now. They have wide access to the enemy jungle. They have pretty much the mid lane on lockdown. The higher ground turret has fallen. It's just all about just formulating and bring up that game-finishing play, and it could all just start here. The Hu Yi ultimate did land from downtown. Ray looking very low here. He does proc his ultimate, but it's not enough. The zone damage, the nukes coming from Princess Frost. Zhongfei over the wall as well, putting pressure onto the High Nu as well. It is the only team member alive no longer. He falls quadra kill. 2-9-1-9 again. Somebody called 9-9-1 for the side of 7C because their crystal is going down in game 2 and they lose 2-0 to Omega Nemesis.
Oh my goodness, Lamb